Good morning, this is Doug and Cindy with Help Me Help Mama livecast. Thanks for joining in today. Today we're going to be talking about reducing caregiver stress. Looks like you've reduced some stress today. Got your
a little beauty.
Pretty flower. That's beautiful. We're out on our deck this morning enjoying a cup of coffee. Hope you're having an opportunity to take a few minutes to enjoy and smell the roses. That's not a rose, but
hydrangea.
Hydrangea. Smell the hydrangeas. Have a cup of coffee. Just relax a little bit, and that is so important for caregivers.
It is. It is. So often, if you're a caregiver, you don't even realize it in the beginning, but as you're spending more and more time with your aging parents, it begins to build and you get very, very stressed. You feel responsible for them. Even if you put some things in place where, like a medical alert, say mom has one of these necklaces around her neck, so if she falls she can press that button. But what if she fell and she broke her shoulder, so she couldn't get to that, and she was laying on it's like you're going to worry constantly and it wears you out.
I was just visiting with someone yesterday and she was so concerned about her mom, for that very reason. Mom had a button, but if mom fell, could she hit the button? Maybe she injured herself, or in this case mom had early Alzheimer's and may not be able to remember or
what's the button for.
What's the button for? Yeah. We see caregivers that are trying to, they work all day, maybe, likely, and then they come home and a lot of them are staying with their parents staying with them, and they're up a lot of the nights, and I don't know how long you can do that before you hit the wall.
Not long.
What we want to talk about today is stability without stress, and we're going to be doing several of these videos in a series, and the real basics of it is stability for mom, stability for you and your whole family. A lot of families that we meet are so stressed they forgot what stability even looks like. What would stable mean in their family? Well, usually it's a couple of things. Stability for the proper place where mom would want to be and where it's safe for her to be. We're going to be talking about that in upcoming videos. That's critical. So it's very important that she can be where she wants to be if she understands the environment, because if you take that away from her, what reason does she have to get out of bed in the morning? And usually it can be at home for your mom was able to stay at home for the remainder of her life, and a lot of times it can be made to work at home. And
in home is several options. Mom lived with us for a year.
Yeah.
And then she lived by herself. And then she, as she declined, she had caregivers. So home it may not be the home she's been in for the last 40 years. Home can change, but home is where she's comfortable, where she feels secure, and she still maintains some sense of independence.
And we're going to be talking about getting the care needed in this series of videos. The care needs are going to change a lot. Sometimes, especially in the early part of cognitive or physical decline, not a lot of care is needed.
No.
I mean, just a little bit, maybe.
Maybe a little bit of assistance with a couple of things. Medication management.
Yeah, and technology can help a lot on
Absolutely.
that. We're going to be talking about technology. There's so many things available now that weren't available just a few years ago, so that's critical to have some of these things in place. That can free up a caregiver a lot and increase stability and reduce stress at the same time. Just the comfort of knowing that, hey, mom's taking her meds as directed, at the time directed, that can help a lot.
So to me, what stability really means is that mom is in a safe, comfortable environment where she wants to be. She feels secure, safe, and still maintains some independence. Stability for me as a caregiver is being prepared for what is coming, knowing that I have the resources that I can tap into, that I have a community people that I can talk to, people that have done this before me. They've experienced the same thing, and they're willing to share their knowledge and experience. That, to me, is stability.
Yeah.
That gives me more peace of mind, and I worry less, I'm less stressed.
Well said. So, you know, and caregivers, I think that's exactly what many of them want. They want to know that mom's getting what she wants and needs.
Yes.
And that the whole family is okay. You know, it's the plan that the family comes up with, including mom, especially mom, is workable for everyone. And it's really important, you know, if the kids, they love mom and they want to help, but it's as hard to, you know, to make that happen with everything else that's going on in their lives. So they really have to come up with a plan that's workable for everyone. So
and some are resistant to just step in and say, Mom, you need to do this, you need to do that. I mean, Mom's always told you what to do, so now you feel uncomfortable telling her what to do. But there's a way to do this, to sit down and talk about what they want, where they want to be, who they want around them, in a non-confrontational way.
And you know, one more thing I wanted to mention before we quit today is sometimes I see kids doing too much. I mean, they think, oh, mom needs help, so they come in and they just basically take over. They do everything, and that's a disservice to them and mom in some cases, because maybe mom just didn't need that much help, and she wants to retain her independence, and she wants to continue to do stuff for her. But if the kids come in and say, okay, mom, we got it, just, you know, sit over there, well then,
yeah,
that's not good.
That's not good either.
So it's better for mom to find out, and we'll be talking about different types of assessments, but to specifically find out where mom needs help, and maybe just help in those areas. Allow mom to do as much as she can and wants to do and can safely do for herself. That helps mom, and it helps you, because
Exactly.
you have more time. You're not doing everything for
and
mom.
you're less stressed.
Yeah, you're less stressed. That's what it's all about. Thank you for watching today. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we do these Stability Without Stress videos. We'll be putting them up on a regular basis, and we don't want you to miss any of them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
And thank you for being a caregiver for your loved one. You're making a huge difference in their life.